What happens when a little girl put broken glass in her autistic telekinetic sister's shoes? And does this little boy kill a cat? Ida and her older sister Anna move into a new apartment complex with their parents. Anna is autistic. She cannot talk or really communicate. On the drive there, Ida pinches Anna just to see if she'll get a reaction from her. She gets nothing. Ida bullies Anna regularly. Ida feels lonely as she cannot connect with Anna, and only has her parents to bond with, especially while moving to a new place. On the first night, Ida is sleeping alone and is afraid the shadows in the dark. The next day, Ida roams around and meets Ben, who is a local resident in the apartment complex. Ben takes her to the woods nearby, and shows her that he has a little telekinetic capability by moving a coin with his mind as it drops. They quickly become friends. Ida tells her parents about Ben, as the family eat. It seems like Ida may have some social life here after all. The next day she doesn't find Ben or any other kids hanging around in the playground unfortunately, so she decides to go home. She observes unnoticed that her mom is taking care of Anna in the other room. Frustrated about being alone again and the attention and care that her autistic older sister gets from their mom, she decides to take it out on Anna again. She notices that there were some broken shards of glass on the floor, and discreetly puts them into Anna's shoes to punish her. Anna wears the shoes as her mom helps Anna put them on. Anna cannot even react or inform anyone that there is glass in her shoes, given her disability. We cut to another little girl, Aisha, who has vitiligo, a skin disease. Aisha lives in the same apartment complex and is playing with her doll. She notices her mom crying in the kitchen. She goes to put her shoes on and experiences pain in her foot. It appears as though her foot had been cut by glass that was in her shoe. She looks again, but the wound is gone now. Cut back to Ida's family. The family return home after meeting a child therapist for Anna. Anna takes her shoes off, and her parents notice that there was glass in her shoes, and Anna had been bleeding and suffering during the whole day out. We cut back to Aisha, the little girl with vitiligo from earlier. She stumbles into the same apartment building as Anna and Ida, whilst looking for her cat. She happens to further stumble across a closed door that Anna is playing with on the other side. It seems they have a connection. Later that night, Aisha goes to sleep and it seems that she can hear other children's thoughts. The following day, Ida takes her sister out to explore the playground area. Ida feels embarrassed and frustrated that she needs to take care of Anna as other people look on. Ben appears again and talks to Ida, who welcomes his company. They both pinch her and again, Anna shows no response. Ben asks Ida if they can leave Anna at the swings, so they can go play. Ida is slightly reluctant, but cannot resist the temptation. Ida witnesses Ben get bullied by the other kids in the playground, when one of them picks on Ben for playing with his ball without his consent. The bully throws the ball at Ben's head. This is why Ben doesn't have any other friends other than Ida. While alone, Aisha finally meets Anna in person. Meanwhile, Ida and Ben find Aisha's cat. They kidnap the cat. Ben thinks it would be fun to throw it down from several flights of stairs, to see if it will live. Ida is reluctant to be part of this, but still wants to be friends with Ben. The cat gets injured but hobbles away downstairs. Ben and Ida go look for the cat and find it injured and alive in the basement area. Ben decides to kill it by stepping on the cat's neck. Ida cannot watch and has had enough of Ben. She lies and says she needs to go. Ida goes back to the swing area to look for Anna, where she last left her. Ida finds Anna nearby playing with Aisha. It seems that Aisha can communicate with Anna without words. Ida notices and wonders if Aisha can come around tomorrow and take care of Anna again, given they seem to bond. Aisha and Anna both like that idea. The next day Ida asks her mom if she can take Anna out again, not mentioning that actually Aisha will be looking after Anna, while Ida can go off on her own. Their mom agrees. Ida goes back to the basement area where the cat was killed. She finds out that Ben had continued to mutilate and torture the cat's corpse after she had left, with the possibility that Ben did this while the cat was still not completely dead. Ida goes back to where Anna and Aisha is, and find that Ben was hanging out with them, waiting for the possibility of hanging out with Ida again. Ida does not want to hang out with Ben anymore, and just tells Anna that they have to go home. Before they leave, however, they notice that Anna is able to keep an object moving with her mind. The children soon realize that they have special abilities when they are together. When Ben is near Anna, they are able to move bigger objects that drop from the air. When Anna and Aisha are together, Aisha is able to communicate with telepathy. Aisha can telepathically communicate with Anna the most, whilst only a little with Ben. Ida, however, seems to have no powers or connection with them. Ida and Anna are called home for supper, so all the kids go home as well. At home while Anna is drawing, Ida whispers the word shark to her. Anna draws a shark. Separately, Aisha draws a shark and is seemingly still connected to Anna telepathically. In Ben's apartment, Ben also unconsciously draws a shark. Ben's mom notices and only sees that Ben has made a mess. She angrily berates him, indicating that Ben is in an abusive household. That night, Ben also seems to be telepathically connected to others in the apartment complex. The following day, the four are out in the woods playing and testing their telepathy again. Ida whispers to Anna that Ben is a shit kid. Anna telepathically tells Aisha from far away. Aisha then correctly shouts that Ben is a shit kid out loud. Ben doesn't take this well and pushes Aisha down telepathically. He then hurls a rock at Ida telepathically, which Ida dodges. Ben goes to physically confront Ida, but Anna steps in his way. The two engage in a telepathic standoff, before a tree behind Anna breaks, sending a splinter into Anna's leg. Ben prods at the splinter, before Aisha expresses on Anna's behalf that it hurts and he should back off. Ben angrily leaves. Aisha encourages Anna to speak out loud as they walk home. Anna is able to say a few words, much to Ida's surprise and delight. When they get home, their mom sees Anna's wound and asks Ida about it. Unable to tell her mom about their supernatural abilities, with their parents believing her, Ida lies and says that Anna got it from falling down. Their mom thinks Ida is lying and blames Ida for not taking care of her older sister better. A moment later, their mom confronts Ida again about what really happened. Ida tries to open up a little by trying to show her mom that Anna can speak a little again. Anna is almost able to say the word mom out loud with the telepathic help of Aisha from afar, however is unable to in time, as Ida's pressuring makes their mom feel like Ida is pushing Anna too much. Ida's mom thinks Ida is not trustworthy in looking after Anna and scolds Ida again. This causes Ida to revert back to pushing Anna away as the cause for her problems with mom. Cut to Ben in his apartment, who is further testing his psychic abilities. He makes the boiling pot on the stove move a bit. Ben's mom, who is standing close to the stove, gets burned by the pot. Ben chuckles in reaction. Ben's mom sees Ben threatens Ben with the same physical pain for laughing, but before she can follow through with her abusive behavior, Ben telepathically throws a metal pan at her head, knocking her out. Elsewhere, Aisha can sense this is happening when she sees her own mom bleeding from the forehead. Aisha tells her mom that she's bleeding, but Aisha's mom is fine in reality. Only Aisha can see these visions. Ben then intentionally, telepathically drops the contents of the boiling pot onto his unconscious mother's legs. He sheds a few tears, perhaps out of remorse, guilt and fear of getting in trouble. However, he quickly abandons any empathy on helping his unconscious mother, and goes back to sit at the dining table, and eat his food like an uncaring little psychopath. His mom wakes up in pain and unable to move from the floor, and shouts for Ben to call for help. Ben doesn't want to help. Later on, Anna's mom takes Anna outside to play with Aisha, given Ida has been reprimanded earlier. Whilst playing, Anna's mom witnesses Anna speaking, oblivious to the fact that this is due to Aisha's aid. Anna's mom takes her home to show their father. Again, Anna is able to say Papa when prompted by their mom, as Aisha is telepathically helping from afar. Anna's parents are ecstatic that Anna can speak again, as Ida looks on from afar. Cut back to Ben, who is now on a warpath with his newfound abilities. He goes outside and tracks down the kid who bullied him earlier in the playground. From afar, he spots the bully and makes a mental note of where he is. Ben is back in the apartment, where we notice that his mom is now dead on the floor in the kitchen where Ben last left her. Ben uses his telepathic ability to mind control another resident in the complex. The resident is brainwashed into abruptly leaving his apartment, going outside to track down the bully, and then bash the bully's head to death with a rock. The following day, Ida goes to the bridge where the bully was killed and sees the scene of the crime. Ben is already there watching from afar and intercepts Ida. Ben confesses to Ida that he can now compel people to do things with his telepathy. He demonstrates this to Ida by compelling her to move onto an old fridge, much to her own surprise. Ben also demonstrates that he can now make a large tree branch break in half with his mind. Later on, as Ben and Ida are hanging out, watching the other children play football from afar, Ben breaks one of the children's legs with his mind. Both Anna and Aisha can sense this remotely and are horrified. Aisha goes to confront Ben about his psychotic behavior in person. Ben responds by telepathically trying to choke her to death. Ida sees what is happening and decides to stop Ben by pushing him down physically. Ben then turns his gaze to Ida, who is now fearful of what Ben is capable of. Before Ben can do anything, however, Anna physically shows up as well and scares him off. Ben is shown crying as soon as he gets back home to his apartment, upset that he's messed up his newfound friendships, especially with Ida. Later on, Aisha telepathically chats with Ida through Anna. She believes that Ben will use his ability to brainwash and compel other people to kill them all, as he already did with the bully from earlier. Ida concurs but is unable to do anything as their mom refuses for them to go outside. That night, Ben indeed brainwashes Aisha's mom. From Aisha's mom's perspective, she is in some sort of nightmare. In reality, she is under a trance. Aisha's mom stabs Aisha in the back to death with a kitchen knife unwittingly. Anna senses this from afar. The following day, Ida is now fearful for her life and what Ben is capable of. At Aisha's memorial spot around the apartment complex, she asks if her dad would do the same to her. Ida's dad responds that he obviously wouldn't do that, and that perhaps the reason Aisha's mom killed her own daughter was because she was mentally disturbed. Obviously, this doesn't comfort Ida as they don't know about Ben's powers. Whilst going back up to their apartment, Ida notices a man who looks like he may also be under Ben's control, trying to get close to Ida, further scaring Ida. Desperate, Ida pleads with Anna to help, given only Anna has telepathic powers that can rival Ben's. However, without Aisha's help, Ida is unable to communicate with Anna effectively anymore. Ida doesn't blame Anna however, and apologizes instead for the way she's treated Anna in the past. Ida knows she must take matters into her own hands. She steals some money from her mom's purse, and then gives her mom a big hug. She goes to visit Ben alone. Ben is suspicious, but Ida is able to trick Ben with a toy airplane that she bought with the stolen money. She lures Ben to the bridge where the bully from earlier was killed, with the intent to trick Ben and push him over the bridge to his death. Someone spots them however from afar, as Ida is about to push Ben. In a do-or-die moment, Ida pushes Ben off the bridge and runs off. Ida hides in the woods and picks up a shard of broken glass. It turns out Ben landed on the grass below and is not dead. He tries to compel Ida to kill herself by walking into traffic. From Ida's point of view, she's in a nightmare world and is being chased by specters. In reality, she is backing into a road. She grips the broken shard of glass too hard and hurts herself in reality. The pain actually wakes her from her nightmare, just in time for her to dodge out of the way of an oncoming car in reality. Ida wakes up in a hospital with a broken leg. She learns from her mom that Ben didn't die and in fact just got up and ran off. Her mom says a witness saw Ida push Ben and asks Ida what's really going on. Ida is unable to explain and instead lies and shrugs it off again. Ida comes home and looks out the window. Guess who's outside? Oh shit, it's Ben again. Ida immediately gets paranoid. She sees her mom holding a kitchen knife and is afraid that she might be mind-controlled by Ben. She locks herself in the closet. However, it turns out mom is just going out to buy groceries. Relieved, Ida opens the door, but notices that Anna is missing. Anna has gone outside to confront Ben. Anna and Ben start to have a psychic fight from afar. Ida is desperate to join Anna, but cannot go down the stairs as she has a cast on her leg. She screams and psychically explodes her cast, unlocking her telepathic powers too. As Anna and Ben battle, Ida joins hands with Anna, and with her power and the power of other powered children in the vicinity looking on, Ben is killed and dies on his swing. Back home, as soon as mom comes home, Ida rushes to hug and cry in her embrace, relieved that the threat of Ben is over. Meanwhile, Anna continues to aimlessly doodle. It looks as if she's telepathically networking with other powered children, as she's about to draw something of meaning before the movie ends. Thoughts? Ben was definitely not innocent.